Jaryn, yeah, no doubt this is a great ad, really a great ad. This reinforces what we've talked about this in the past few weeks about the contemporary concept of magazine design, magazine advertising design, in that it's more conceptually driven than it was in the past, and we see a lot less text and much more conceptually heavy usage of imagery. And this is just a perfect example. I mean, this ad has 4 words in it, and it is one of probably the most impactful ads I've seen in a long time. It is beautiful. It's really, really intense. Now, I don't think this is an ad that was published in this country. Did you have any history or any pedigree on this ad? Because I'm guessing just by the logos, they're just so unfamiliar. I'm guessing this is a different country. It would be great if you could share that information, though. Okay, let's go. Let's see what you're saying. Trying to use the repetition. Absolutely, absolutely. I think the repetition, I think, is probably the greatest impact in the ad. I think that much is obvious. So good call there. Like about this is extra logos. I agree. I mean, there's such multicolor going on up here. I don't know where I would place these. I would really have to sit down and think about this, or maybe even determine if there's alternative uses for alternate usage versions of the logos. And the reason is because they're so colorful, but it's such a bleak message that it's weird. It's just kind of a conflicting psychological color message. So you're using all these bright, cheery colors up here, but this is just such a sad message and such a powerful, impactful conceptual message that there's a little bit of a disconnect there. So I totally agree with that. That is causing a little bit of tension. Perhaps that's intentional. I don't know. What do you think? Um, Okay, let me see. Across the bottom, there isn't a whole lot of color in this ad. I think that's for a reason, Jaron. I really do. I think there's a reason there's no color in this ad, and this is the question. This is your question for the ad. Yes, there is very little use of color. There's no bright colors except the logos. And my question to you is: you say maybe use a red car, and I wonder what the impact would be on the ad itself. Do you think it would help enhance, or do you think it would diminish the impact, so to speak? And that's what I would like you to address. How would it change the ad if the car were red? Okay, and then we go on to say, designer could have made a car. Okay, to help it understand how it's very well balanced. You can see it's symmetrical looking. I agree, it is somewhat symmetry. Not perfect symmetry by any means, but it is definitely approximate symmetry. Good call there. Emphasis on design would be motorcycle. Mike, why the motorcycle? Why do you feel the motorcycle, this area, is the emphasis? That's my big question. So I think the reason is because of the convergence of these elements right here. This is called visual clutter right here. Visual clutter refers to when several visual elements converge in one area in a composition, and that quite often draws attention in kind of a negative, stressful way. It's like a visual stress, a negative visual, uncomfortable visual stress. And we definitely see that here, and so much so that is definitely the focal point of the ad. I agree with that. Let's talk about balance a little bit. I think the balance is interesting because it is not by any means balanced. I mean, this type is pushed way over. I think they could have easily reconfigured this ad to give it more balance. But again, why do you think? And so we have two questions for you. One is, what would it impact in the color if we change the message, if we change that color to red? Would it be too overpowering? And the other is, why do we suppose this type, and this is kind of a little off balance over here to the right hand side? Why do you suppose the designer elected to do that? And I think that you're going to get it right on. I think you're going to nail it right on the head. So I'm really looking forward to your response, Jaryn. All right, fantastic job. Really, really excellent work. Thank you very much.